look at us go. Us already having Chris set up like we're professional.
Yeah, it's like he's here. It's
Right?
fucking wild.
It is.
Hey, everybody.
So
Hi,
guys.
Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hold on, can I have poop?
What's up, guys?
No, Chris is next to you right now. He's
Like,
not.
left or right?
Like
You're
that
right.
hand. Yeah, you're
You're
right.
right.
Am I
Like,
pooping?
I'm,
now?
if you-
I'm right next to you, right here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Put right there.
Right there. There you
Yeah,
go.
There you go.
Boo!
And Chris is here.
So to be honest, guys, this was really a surprise to us because we actually really didn't figure out until about like
No, you
5
didn't.
hours.
You two didn't.
Yeah, us two didn't. We're
He
neglectful.
knew. He understood.
Me
That's
and
the
Dan
point.
were stupid, and we didn't realize until when he was leaving Georgia, being like, "Yeah, I'll see y'all." I'm like, "Okay, he's gonna leave work and be home." Yeah, we didn't realize he was gonna be here, so he pulled up and we're like, "Oh, okay, well,
I'm
Chris
here.
is here."
Chris is here.
So yeah, so we're pretty excited about that shit.
So this is what I've dealt with.
Yeah. Sorry that I left you with this. This is your responsibility.
Yeah, we are a lot.
Come
Your
on,
dad.
Fucking thanks.
We are.
come on, Dad. Come on.
So anyway, do we want to lead in with a topic or a beverage?
Let's lead in with our introduction.
We're Pints and Pistons.
Hello,
We are
Hi.
Pints and Pistons, and you are
Daniel.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Sorry, that's you.
Fucking midget Jesus over
And you
here.
got one-legged Jesus, and
No,
you got
I'm just one
Aaron
like Brian.
Kaufman Jesus and Bald Jesus. There you go.
So we got the 4 Jesuses.
Hey,
So
or
I,
is it just Jesus?
so I read about
Jesus
something.
I.
Jezzies?
Genocide? And
Jessies?
Genesis?
I don't know.
I don't know. Are we
Hyundai.
Phil Collins?
I don't know. So I read about something that piqued my interest.
That was
Was
just
it a
painful
leg?
what just happened.
Ford. Nah, it has to do with the leg though. Ford has applied for a patent for a manual transmission without a clutch.
Okay,
Hold on.
been done before.
So,
It's been done twice.
Yeah.
Somebody else has already been
was it?
working on one.
Well,
Only,
V-
only twice?
Twice. Well, I'm not talking about the paddle shifted SMGs that BMW
So-
did,
I'm not talking about
or
either.
or the E or the E shift or any of those transmissions.
you mean only twice?
Yeah, there's been where it's a manual transmission that does not have a clutch.
I,
So twice. So
Two production vehicles are there,
more than your legs.
more than my legs.
I thought it was more than twice because I know the Volkswagens.
So there's the Volkswagen Sport Shift,
Correct, I know that
and
one.
then
Hyundais.
Hyundai has their intelligent manual transmission that's only available in the Hyundai Venue, but not in the U.S. versions of the Venue. It's only in the Indian market. And basically, it's
How is that a manual transmission at that point?
well because it's the manual gearbox. It just uses electronic controls for the clutch.
And you have to let off the gas and everything. You just literally don't press the clutch.
So
You-
what it
you
does,
go-
so
yeah,
what the
go.
original VW system was is it used vacuum and hydraulics.
Correct.
Basically,
Big
if,
vacuum ball.
basically, if you push the shifter down,
Mhm.
it would release the clutch. You just changed gears. On the Hyundai system, it uses obviously electronics to control all of this, but it also has some nannies, so it won't let you money shift.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll prevent money shifts. So basically, if you grab it and shove it into too low of a gear, it just won't release the clutch.
Yeah.
But what it does is
Fun
it uses either a pressure sensor or a motion sensor or something to tell that when you're starting to move the stick, disengages the clutch, change gear, let off of it, re-engage the clutch, and you keep on going. So
Really?
Why did
Yeah.
I think there was a...
That's
See,
Well,
I confused
see, but
BMWs.
that-
I could have swore BMW had one
Okay,
that was shifted
no,
without
that
the
BMW's
clutch.
SM,
But it's the flappy, it's the...
yeah,
I had that
BMW's SMG
SMG
was
yeah,
it was the standard Tremec or Getrag or ZF 6-speed. It was the manual gearbox, but it just used electronics and hydraulics to move the shift pattern
Like new Kias do that.
and also actuate the clutch.
Yeah.
So if you have an SMG,
What is so like you're at a stoplight and you're starting to give it gas and like if you're on like a slight hill where you would be working the clutch.
I imagine it might have some type of roll control.
Yeah, but like I can tell you with the Kias at least, like if you're at a stop with them and you're pressing that gas, it goes like boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like you're like doing
you
it
feel
yourself.
playing
Yeah.
the clutch to
Really?
engage.
Yeah, it feels like you're driving a manual. It really does, but you just
But
don't
you're
do
just
anything.
Not,
With the keys, you just put it in drive and go. But yeah,
that's like
a lot of people like
Yeah.
say,
You
"Oh,
see,
my car's
now you see
hesitating."
why it's piqued my interest.
yeah, I understand, but like that's weird.
It is weird. It really is. It's something to get used to, and a lot of people when they buy them, they usually think the trainie's fucked up or something, but it's not.
I
It's
can
normal.
see why. I can see why.
Yeah, we've had to do clutches on automatic cars. It's weird to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like the DPS6 or it's not like the SMGs or any of those.
Sorry.
You know, but that was the thing. BMW's SMG, when you actually took
yeah.
when you took it
Yeah,
apart,
that
it was
was-
either a ZF or a Getrag. It
Yeah.
was the same exact 6-speed
Just-
transmission as the manual.
Yeah,
It just didn't have the shifter. It just had a hydraulic deal to move everything, and the same thing for the clutch. And when the SMG pump goes, it's really easy to modify that transmission back to a standard or conventional manual.
Wouldn't doubt it.
There's like one. There's
You already
there's
got everything
basically
there pretty much.
you have to. There's a boss inside the bell housing that you have to tap and drill for the throwout bearing mount.
Oh, okay.
And then you had just basically just pull all the hydraulic stuff off the gearbox itself and put the shifter on it. And then you have to reflash the ECU to tell it that it's no longer looking for an SMG pump. It's cheaper to do that than to repair the SMG pump. So-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, new thing.
That-
Or new
like
thing.
that-
That opens up some doors.
I know.
It's some opportunity.
Okay, now here's the thing. It completely does, because if you have two legs and you can drive a manual transmission and you
Like
want
all
one
of us
you
do.
want one of those particular M3s, the SMG cars are considerably less expensive than
Right.
the manual cars.
And you might be
However-
able to find one with a fucked up SMG pump.
With
That's
an
what I'm
FRC,
saying is up where I'm at, I could probably find one for nothing.
Yeah, and
Because
then
nobody wants them, because when they're SMG pumps are bad,
Exactly.
they're
Yeah.
worthless.
yeah, and it's either I don't know if anybody actually repairs them or
Son
if
of
it
a
just
bitch,
replaces
Brian,
them.
You son of
You
a
son
bitch!
of a bitch!
I'm in. Oh.
That's right. Hey, everybody, that's right. Like always, you know. Let me get to this.
The only other one that I know of,
Old age and
as
treachery.
far as being clutchlessly shiftable, is the Jerichos from.
Yeah, but that's
the
not.
racing
Yeah, but that's not a
transmissions.
production vehicle.
It's not a production vehicle.
Yeah, like I said, as far as production vehicles, as far as I know, there's only two that are like that.
I've
And
always thought that would be an awesome thing to have a street car with a Jericho in it, because
well, you still need the clutch to
you
get
still
going.
need it to get going. But once you're going, you just let off the gas and grab a gear.
And honestly, that's just a manual sequential. You
Right.
can pretty much do the same thing. You flat shift those, especially if you have a pressure sensor on the handle. Then to do timing cut or whatever.
I love my super smart flat foot shifting. It's electronically controlled in my car. That's cool.
I want to add that to my car.
It's funny. It makes a little fart sound when you do it.
I want to
I
get
don't.
a watt box and add that to my car.
See, and that's the thing is, I've been thinking about getting a watt box just so I can have ignorant two-step instead of the regular launch control. But then again, I already have all the features that a watt box offers. I just don't have the ignorant two-step. But no, the flat foot shifting is funny though, because when you do it, the car goes like, it's like it farts. It's funny
Uh-huh.
sounding.
But for a turbo car, it's fantastic
Oh,
because
yeah, I don't lose boost. I stay
Yeah.
right in boost, and there's no watching a speedo video, watching the speedometer go. Wah, wah. There's none of that. It's just constant. You're going.
yeah, I did see you go by. That was the other by. I was like, yep, man, I heard the pop.
Every time. He did it next to me one time. We were leaving work and we were both on 19, and he rolled past me and managed to time that explosion perfectly where it was right next to my window. And man, I thought my ear was bleeding.
I'm good at doing it. I
Oh.
found the sweet spot in the RPM that it can happen, and all you gotta.
It hurt. It was great.
If I double tap the gas, it like loads up the high pressure fuel pump, and it just leaves unburnt gas in there. And you tap the gas
Look
again,
what
it
I
goes.
found.
I still have my cup.
Look what I found in the fucking freezer.
Yeah,
Y'all are the only two that survived.
yeah, yours survived. Mike's didn't survive, and mine didn't survive. I think the bottom fell out of mine.
Never give them beer. I like it.
Yeah, I don't have my my MTV
I
glass.
just saw
I'm
it
sorry.
and looked and I was like, son of a bitch, we still have Chris and Daniel. So,
Okay, so
This is yours. It's open right there.
yeah, so going back to Big Storm Brewery again. This time I did
Fucking
not.
love them.
This time I did not fuck up and get one that we'd already gotten before and had to make an
Which,
emergency.
hey, I can understand because that one was fucking amazing, though.
Oh, by the way, that other one, the lime one
Goes straight with tacos.
with tacos, fucking amazing.
Ooh, I'm excited for this.
I figured. Chris
Daniel-san,
will save
drop the
yours
phone, fucker.
for,
Sorry, I'm schooling Mazda speed
That's
people.
fine.
I'll stop.
So this is.
Maker.
Do we want to show the can?
Yeah, I will. I like this freaking can quite.
So this is Big Storm Brewing Wavemaker Amber Ale, supremely sessionable, 5.4% alcohol, and it is in a pint can. Wavemaker is an ultra flavorful amber ale that is refreshing enough to drink all day. You can expect a slow build of malt-forward flavors crashing into a toasty caramel finish and smoothed out by the addition of flaked barley followed by the slightest hint of toffee. Easy drinking, but far from ordinary. This
This-
beer has been making waves since 2012.
This sounds like it's gonna be good.
Even and right on the can, pairs well with baby back ribs, Havarti cheese, and English toffee.
Oh, look
the
at it.
color. Look
Look
at
at
the
the
color.
color.
Oh,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
it looks like
She's a little heady, boy.
No, that looks like candy.
She's a little
well,
heady,
no,
boy.
it looks like the good oil that we would have expected. It doesn't look like any of the oil in any of our cars. Well, my cars.
No, that does look like some fresh ass motor oil,
I
though,
know,
doesn't it?
Kinda.
It does.
Like this is for tell. Like,
Ooh,
fuck.
it does get a head to it.
I know. That's what
I'm thinking that's user error because
No,
mine came out.
No. Well, in these me and us in these glasses.
Look
we're
at that.
good with it.
Look at that
Look,
color, yeah.
look at that. It's amazing. Well, shall we?
Not,
Oh,
not a
hold on,
lot
hold
of
on,
not a
hold
lot
on.
of scent off of it.
Well, it'll be good for now until.
Tap your fingers on top of the head. It'll break some of the bubbles.
Yeah, it's good. So, hey,
Been waiting for a while to do this.
our first
'em all in
full
there.
4 cheers of 2022.
2022.
Getting the band back together.
Getting the band back together. You don't realize how much I fucking love this.
Oh,
Baby,
sir,
Baby, that's smooth.
sir, that's a proper beer.
Oh,
And I got
Jesus.
the last 4-pack from ABC Crystal River.
That is
Jesus
a
Christ.
ooh, that's smooth, man.
That is, dude. And that now I see ribs. I can like taste myself eating a rib with some of the ribs still in my mouth and just smoothing it down.
Oh yeah,
Dude, a pot roast?
Dude, kind of wishing I would have made ribs.
This is fucking proper. Oh, gotta go again for the cheers. That's yeah.
Seriously, here's
This-
like, fucking hell.
Wow. Okay, so out of the big storms we've had so far, I got top of the heap right there. Well done, guys.
Big Storm has never turned us down. Like,
see that I didn't like the hibiscus one at
well,
all.
no, I don't. Well, was that the Big Storm?
Yes, it was
Uh,
Big Storm Brewing, the
Tropic Thunder or Tropic Pressure.
yeah something pressure.
Yeah, that was Dan's fault.
Well, it was Dan's fault, and then it was my fault because I bought it the second time.
Well, it was
remember?
No. It was
Okay.
yeah. So and then also the other one was the Florida Avenue hibiscus
Oh,
beer.
and we
That
had
one,
that twice too.
that one
We
was the-
had that twice too.
that would no. It
What?
was the big storm that we had twice, but it was the Florida Avenue then that was the Florida Avenue one that was truly horrible.
That one tasted fully like I walked through Bell Lindsay and all the old ladies sprayed me in the
Ugh.
mouth while I was going, no!
Yeah.
Sprayed me in the mouth with every single fucking Estee Lauder
Ugh.
fucking
It was
perfume.
It was
You know,
rough,
And
dude.
then I went, nah. Oh my god! And you know what? I have a friend that thinks that is one of the greatest beers ever, and I'm like, you sir.
Who did we end up shit hammering with the one that was left over? Was that Jason or Will?
Jason.
Yeah, we shit hammered Jason with the one that was left over. Like, here, you try this.
So, do you
No,
think the
no.
name Wave Maker is from the fact that it's Big Storm Brewing, or that like when it's going down, it's like you're just riding a smooth wave?
I'm okay with either interpretation.
I'm
Is
just
fine with
saying,
me.
like that is a properly smooth tasting amber ale.
The color, it's man.
That's
I
a
love the color.
that's a
I
will.
love
If
it.
I find it again, that will end up back in my fridge.
It's definitely a back in
Yeah.
the fridge one.
This one, yeah. If I find this again, I'm down.
That is, yeah. Oh god. Like,
Very
It's
good.
smooth. It's got a nice, robust flavor to it. Like
And it is robust, but it's not like
it's not
it's
overpowering.
not overpowering.
No,
but
like-
it's, like this would.
okay.
They're absolutely right. This would go perfect with a plate of baby back ribs.
And
Because
and,
it's not
and
gonna
you
overtake
might pick
that-
on me
that
for this, but it's
flavor.
not like Amberbach overpowering with the
No.
caramel toffee.
No,
It's
right,
like
no. It's one of
really
those-
toned back on that.
It's toned back, and with the pairings, those pairings of that ribs and that would bring out the extra flavors in this. And you won't get those extra flavors unless you have something that would pair good with this.
No, the robustness is the malt. Like it's got a nice deep malt flavor to it,
Yeah.
and then it's just that little bit of caramel at the
Yep.
finish.
But
Just-
now, if you had something on barbecue, it would double that.
Right.
Like, it would double that in your mouth. But besides that, like, it's fun. You have to be eating something that would pair with it to bring out the extra of it.
I'll tell you what else that would go super good with. Once again, pork and barbecue. Just a really good pulled pork sandwich would be perfect.
With
Hey, Brunswick.
with coleslaw on it.
Brunswick's
With
food
your
stew.
coleslaw.
Yeah, you got
Brunswick
Oh,
stew.
with a side of mac and cheese with this beer.
You know,
This is a car show, right?
well,
We're supposed to.
well, hold on. You know
Oh.
the Brunswick stew that Lena makes? You've
Yeah.
had that before? This
We're all
Brunswick
going
stew
off
with
about
some
like
hot-
beer
with some
food
gar-
gasms.
with some garlic hot sauce.
Hey,
in there.
car guys got to eat and drink too.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And here's the tie-in between cars and beer. For those of you who don't know, if you ask a buddy of yours to come over and help you out doing any car shit, you
And
don't have to pay him
have
money.
beer.
You don't have to pay him money. You just have beer. It's the universal car guy currency.
Yep.
How many times have we been like, we have beer and pizza, or beer and barbecue? It's one of those beer and some sort of food. As long
Get
as,
shit done.
If it's gonna be more than an hour, if
Right.
it's an hour,
Hey, I'm pulling a
if-
motor. Come over. I got a 24 pack in the fridge, and I'm ordering pizza.
But
And I'll
it's one
be
of those,
there.
like, if,
Yeah.
if it's an hour thing, like, hey, you know, I got a beer or two, like, can you just like come with this? Or if it's like we've had many fucking times, hey, I gotta do shit on whatever fucking.
Let's pull the
car.
gas tank out of the Cobra and fix the
Yeah,
fuel
we
system.
gotta do some sketchy shit.
We're starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. 4 packs. We will be buying pizza for lunch, and Sabrina is making, you know, something in her crock pot for dinner. Can you come over?
Time
Fuck
to do
yeah.
some shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Hope we
Because
get
have-
away with it all doo-dah day.
But it's one of those to where our price of beer plus the food is cheaper than going to a mechanic, because I know I'm gonna have my friends that are gonna. Any one of them is gonna figure out what's wrong with it, and it's still cheaper than going to a fucking mechanic.
And even if we don't fix it, still had a good time.
Well, like with the Cobra, for example, he's the one that came up with the idea of the rubber hose running from the fuel pump to the fuel
I had
hat
no idea.
might be split. And I was like,
I don't think so.
I mean,
It could be.
that could be it.
What was it? It was that.
That's
There
what
was a
it was.
there was a fucking hole. There was holes rotted clean. You just
Yep.
bend that bitch and see daylight clean through it.
Doesn't make me think that it is a fucking head gasket, because it was one of those. Once we got it running, and more than 5 minutes, that's when the shit looked milkshake. I really think that it was the 5 years worth of just sitting there and the condensation that had separated into it, because
And drain the oil.
I was gonna say then do a full out oil change
that's
and then
what
run
I'm
it.
gonna fucking do.
And like when you drain the oil out and then pour another quart of oil to run through and let that drain out.
I'm gonna drain the oil out. I'm gonna do all that shit. Then I'm gonna get fucking mineral oil. Fucking fill it up with mineral oil. Do a 2-minute fucking startup run through.
Nope.
Shut it off.
Nope.
Turn it down.
Nope.
Don't do that.
Nope. Mineral oil doesn't have the viscosity or the shear strength to keep metal on metal contact from happening. You'll wipe your bearings.
Yep.
Your crank bearings and your rod bearings will go, nope, not happy.
Yeah, don't do that.
So just do a regular oil. Fucking.
So basically just do
Because at this point, like, it's one of those. You remember we filled up the coolant system of it. Nothing has changed from there. There's no oily shit popping up into.
Has coolant gone down?
Huh?
Has coolant gone down?
Here's what you
That's
need
the
to do.
first time that the coolant.
Half a can of seafoam into the crankcase.
That's what I was about to say, Chris.
Run it for 5 minutes, and then drain the oil.
That'll blast
Put a new
anything
filter
out.
on it. Fill it up with fresh oil. Run it.
That's what I was just about to say
The
that.
seafoam will
Yep.
get any deposits broke
don't
loose.
know.
And throw half a can in the engine, and then just throw the other half of the can in the fucking gas
There's
tank.
already
Yeah.
half a can
And
of
the
fucking
seafoam,
gas, too.
the enzymes in seafoam will decompose actual molecules of oil or coolant, water. It attacks glycol, everything,
You don't
and it'll
realize
blast
that.
everything out.
I don't have to fucking do that, guys.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
You know, if that's the case.
And also the fact that it's been sitting for a
Well,
year.
you know, if that's the case, I'm not only going to drive the 86, I'm going to try driving the Cobra
Yeah,
too.
no, trust me. I drove the Cobra up and down the road, and then it went for. And y'all remember, it went from fucking it was fine oil to milkshake, but the fucking coolant never went down.
Right.
So that
Might have just been a bunch of condensation built
Like
up.
you
in it.
said, yeah,
that's
that
what,
really
that's
could
what
be it.
makes me think of
Especially
the
because
fact-
condensation will
fact that-
enter anywhere it can.
Well,
Yeah.
the fact that it's that for 5 years
Mhm.
without running, that it
And even sitting in a garage, it'll happen.
well, yeah.
Well, you can
but
also pull the plugs, and if you see a green tinge on the plugs, that'll let you know for sure.
Yeah.
it did have that type. It had water in it. It had distilled water. It did have coolant. It had this. It wasn't regular water. It was distilled. I think when we.
Well, distilled water's like 90 cents a gallon, so.
Yeah. Well, no. What I'm saying, it wasn't regular
Yeah.
tap water. It was the proper water if you were gonna do a plain water into the shit.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a distilled
Not like
Well,
my
you should-
saltwater Camaro guy.
Well, I mean,
or
even
even tap water to.
well, even when you're using coolant and you're mixing your coolant and water, you should use distilled water because there's no mineral content.
Have I ever told you about the saltwater Camaro guy?
No, I have not heard about saltwater
When I worked at O'Reilly's, this man brought in a bucket
O'Reilly.
with a water pump in it.
water pump.
And he said, I brought my water pump in just in case there's a core I want. I need a water pump for a 1989 Chevy Camaro 305. No worries. I look at this thing, and it is so rusted that you cannot see the impeller. And it is seized. And I was like, what happened? And he's like, yeah, I might need to get radiator hoses and stuff, dude. It's kind of rusty in there. And I was like, what? I said, what happened? And he said, well, I was coming home. I work in Tampa, and I was on the Skyway Bridge, and getting right towards the end of it, it was overheating, and I had no coolant or nothing, and I didn't know where to go, so I pulled over on the side of the road, and I filled this bucket up with salt water and poured it in my radiator and drove home.
Congratulations, you need an engine, sir.
Yep.
Not a short block, a long block.
Yep.
And all the hoses and a heater core
Yeah.
and a radiator.
This
And-
dude scooped up fucking salt
You need to
water
replace
off the
everything.
fucking side of the road
Your
and
heads
poured
are
it in his
gone.
radiator.
Everything's gone.
Your
All
exhaust
water-
system is fried.
Your water jackets are completely fucking done. It's not even calcium buildup. It's fucking done.
Although, to be honest, that's what Dex Cool is. Dex
Yeah.
Cool is salt water.
It's true.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah, if you get an air pocket in a Dexcool system, you're fucked.
yes, that's what the problem with Dex Cool is.
You're
Dex
fucked.
Cool works perfectly until there's a bubble of air in it.
Then you're
Wherever
fucked.
that bubble is, it will slowly but surely eat its way all the way through an engine block.
Yeah.
So hold
go ahead.
on. I gotta say, I saw on TikTok, guy had an OBS Ford with a 7.3 into it, and it was about to run out of diesel. And he's at the pump, and he's pumping away. He's like, "Come on!" He's leaving it running, so that way it was almost out, and you can hear it. It's trying to die. He's pumping away, and it's pumping gallons and gallons in, and then it shuts off, and he's like, "Fuck! I gotta bleed the whole system out now," because it started, and it started to pick up, but then it just died, and once it died, unless you're a diesel person, when it dies like that, you gotta bleed that whole entire fucking system. It's not one of those you crank, it'll stop. You gotta fucking bleed that entire fucking system.
So, can I talk about
And he
EV
was
things?
stuck at a fucking gas station that he's gotta fucking bleed the entire
Yep.
system at.
Can I talk about EV stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
you
All right, so through a certain outfit, I was able to get my hands on the all-new Kia EV6 today.
I
And,
think we all know where.
yeah, well, just keep it vague for Honda. Or bike. That's a bike. So anyway, it's a EV6 Wind technology package, all-wheel drive. Comes with 320 horsepower worth of dual electric motors and all the gizmos and gizwidgets you could imagine.
Electric torque gut punch to the kidneys.
And I took it for a spin, and yeah, electric gut punch to the kidneys. That thing was fucking vicious. The technology in it blew me away. Design's great. I have a couple little things that I was like kind of nitpicking at about it. Other than that, absolutely not utterly fantastic. Now, nitpick things. So, when you buy the Kia EV6 Lite and the EV6 Wind, which are the two models that are available right now, the GT is not going to be till later this year, you don't quite get everything you need to charge the car from the factory. It's just like how they kind of deleted spare tire kits, you know? So, when you purchase an EV6, and this is why I had asked you, Chris, and I also asked Devin, because I was trying to figure this out, you get a bag with a charging apparatus. This charging apparatus plugs into the car and has a very small lithium battery in it that serves as a, what they call it, a go generator. So if you're out camping, this thing will hold some battery life so you can charge your cell phone off of it or use your laptop. It's got a house outlet on the other side. You don't get any cable to plug that into the wall. This is the same apparatus you must plug into the car to charge it. So you are meant to either purchase the $800 charging cable or figure something out, because if you were to be average Joe Blow and say, well, if I just get a male and male cord, I can plug that in and plug the other end of my wall. Well,
No.
raw 110 rolling in there for, you know how much it takes on a household 110 outlet to charge the EV6?
It's gonna take you like 3 days.
34 hours.
That's only if it's above 60 degrees.
Correct.
If it's below a certain temperature, it actually will only maintain the charge level you are currently at, because the battery has to be heated.
Now,
I've been seeing this on Facebook, by the way, and I want to bring this up since we're talking about EV stuff.
is that charging
There's-
cable available, though?
No, probably not. Of course not. Why would it be available?
So the only way you can really charge your EV6 right now is by paying a charging station.
It's like
So,
it's
two
like
things I want to say about EV.
no, it's like the cheap radio-controlled toys that we all got as kids. Asterisk, batteries not included.
Batteries not included.
Also-
Cable not included.
Have you got all the tests for it and everything yet?
No, I haven't done anything for it yet.
You know when the high voltage battery system has a problem, it doesn't set a code or appear on the dashboard?
Well, why would it?
It only comes
Wouldn't
through...
want to let people know there's a problem with their car.
It's only available to the owner through via text message and email notification.
Sounds like a subscription service about to happen.
Kia Connects! Now, we offer 3 different packages, Brian. Let me tell you more.
You see this? This is my shocked face.
Anyway, Chris, what? Go ahead. Sorry.
So, two things about EV. First off, and this was fact-checked by Facebook, because people post that meme about what are you going to do if you're trapped in a traffic jam in a snowstorm in your electric car and it runs out of battery. And Kia or Facebook fact-checked that and said, EVs are just as good in a winter situation as a gas vehicle would be,
So
except that it's not.
the
They're
diesel
lying.
generator
They are straight up lying to
is,
people,
yeah.
because if it is cold outside, if it is below 40 degrees,
It cuts
that
out.
car is having to run a heater
Yep.
to run hot water through that battery,
And
because that battery pack is lithium ion. Lithium ion batteries do not hold a charge in cold.
no, and it's good for them to be cool, but not too cool.
Not too cool.
Yeah.
At a certain temperature, they start losing efficiency because they're too cold.
And yeah.
So
Now, hold
if you live in a northern area,
Your car,
your range could be reduced by up to a third just because it's below freezing outside.
Yeah.
so basically your EV turns into an iguana in South Florida when the weather hits 30 degrees. It just falls out of a fucking tree,
Yeah,
plays
pretty
dead
much.
on the sidewalk.
It just falls over and dies.
It's just gonna,
Okay, well, hold on.
falling EV
one of
work
my
pass.
teachers just got a Mach-E, and that
I saw. I had one cut me off so dirty.
nicely loaded one and all that. It's really good. She said I could drive it at one point. I have not been to that point, but she knows about this and she wants me to drive it to experience it. Have not had the opportunity, which is fucking work being work and all that. But yeah, with
I actually do want to have a go in one of those.
With that cold situation, yeah, that fully takes a toll on the batteries. Like your mileage goes from, hey, let's say I'm gonna be 200 miles till empty to, oh, hey, yeah, no, it's cold, so I'm gonna be 140 miles. So.
Well, Rich Rebuilds did it. He tested the 110 charging system on a Tesla.
Is that
It would not charge the car.
Stations, or is that
The wall plug.
like
Just
a
the wall plug.
standard
Yeah.
110
Yeah, just plug it in your
plug.
wall. Yeah.
But
So,
the
like,
a 110
okay.
outlet
Yeah.
will not charge the car below 35 degrees.
Really?
Yeah.
It will only maintain the present charge level.
So the other thing to nitpick I have about it, I had a peek at how you change the cabin air filter,
Uh-huh.
and they offer a frunk.
Offer?
On what?
And I say offer because of what it's
Whoa.
not in an optional manner. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
So you open
on the EV6.
yeah, the EV6.
So there is a front.
You open the hood, and you get a little like storage container, like about this big, about that wide, maybe only about that deep, and it serves as like it's like the engine cover. It goes over top the electric engine.
Motor.
Oh, sorry, the motor. And you open this, and you have storage. Cool. You can put a fucking binder in it. There's a panel.
Will it hold beer?
Isn't
No.
there a trapper
No.
keeper? I mean, come on.
It, if you put regular.
Well, now
size-
we're all talking about the size and the evolution of said trapper keeper before we get into that.
the like a standard size can would be butting the top. It probably wouldn't shut. It's not much depth at all.
But they could lay down sideways like the beer drawer.
Yeah, you could do that. Now,
Will it hold ice?
yeah, it probably will. It's weather stripped. It's a weather sealed container.
I like the way you're thinking here.
And it is right on top of the water cooler, so probably don't get too hot. Anyway, so there's a panel in the back you have to remove, and once you remove this panel, you expose like all of the hybrid wiring. And there's a space that large between that where you must go in behind that blind and get to the cabin filter door from the engine bay.
Yeah, because that won't kill it.
And that's how you take the cabin filter out.
At that point, I see fucking someone. I see,
Like my Nero guy
no,
that took
no.
they started taking the
No,
high voltage battery out of
at
his
this
Nero.
point- Hold on.
Okay, you
Hold
weren't
on,
here for
hold
that.
on.
I'll tell you
I
after
can
this.
fully see Ed at that point with the shepherd hook being like, "Go on, Dan, reach in there, reach in there. You got it. Hold on, I got. All right, shepherd hook. You're dead."
All right, so
Fuck.
you guys already heard about this because I mentioned it, and you weren't zooming
You weren't
that
here,
night.
Dan.
But it
Um,
is it's entertaining.
So I had this guy call,
You'll laugh.
and he said, "I need some help." And I said, "What's up, man?" And he goes, "My daughter's got a Kia Niro, and the damn thing's dead. It needs battery. From what I understand, it's got a 12-volt battery in it. I've got the battery out, but apparently I can't find it anywhere. AutoZone don't have it, Advance, Napa, nobody." And I said, "Well,"
Hold on, I gotta take my glasses off.
I said, "All right."
This is going to be an epic facepalm.
I said, let me
It is.
let me look this up real quick." I said, I'm pretty sure like only the full out like electric one has a 12-volt auxiliary battery. I said, "Is it a hybrid? Does it have a gas engine in it?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a battery, sir." And he goes, "No, it does. I have it out. I had terminals on. I took it off and everything." And I said, "All right, let me get your info. Let me get your VIN number." I said, this is really kind of, I don't know." So then I go out and I talk to John and I ask him, and John says, "Why the fuck are you taking that out?" And I said, "I'm not." And he goes, "Somebody's taking that out? Why do you want to know that?" And I was like, "Dude, just fucking tell me." And he goes, "Well, there's something in the Nero that looks like a battery and has terminals, but it's the high voltage relay."
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Oh," he said, "Yeah, it looks like a battery, but it's not." And I said, "I have a guy on the phone who's taken that out of his car." And John said, "What? Are you fucking serious? Call that guy back and tell him to stop touching everything right now." And I called the guy back, and he's all like belligerent. I got my daughter's car torn apart. I'm like, dude, you're fucking with your death right now. You might kill yourself. Stop what you're doing and call a tow truck. And he's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm down here in Hudson anyway. I'll just have it towed to Friendly Kia. And I'm like, okay, all right, goodbye. And I hung up. The man pulled the high voltage relay out of that car
Without taking the safety plug out.
without consulting anybody beforehand.
That's horrible. All right, for our viewers that might be watching,
At some point.
the high
Is everybody there?
voltage battery in
I
a
think there was 3 with
in
it.
a hybrid
I
or
have a couple
electric
people
vehicle.
that are watching, so.
3, yeah. The comments are bots commenting links to shit.
All right,
Oh.
so the high voltage battery in an EV vehicle or a hybrid electric vehicle is anywhere usually between 430 to 600 volts. Direct current at 1,000 amps. And what that means, if you don't understand how electricity works, is that if you have an accident, you won't know. Because you'll be dead before you realize something has gone wrong. And I'm not exaggerating that.
Can we
A
explain
hybrid
the
electric volt,
hooks?
the hybrid battery will blow you clean through a wall, and you'll be dead before you
It's
hit it.
basically what it is the big ass orange wires they put in there. If you see that, don't touch.
Yeah.
I'll tell
that
you
I
the
was
story
talking about.
of my mentor that taught me automotive.
You can weld shit with those
Oh.
things.
No,
You can
He
weld
worked for
plate
He
steel.
worked at a Toyota dealership when the first Toyota, the Insight, first came out.
Honda.
Honda Insight, because that was the first hybrids that came out. And when they came out, they sent a hybrid safety kit. And what that kit consisted of was 2 pairs rubber insulated gloves, 2 pairs
To the elbow.
rubber insulated boots, 1 6-foot long rubber coated metal shepherd's hook. And the process for working on the electric battery was one guy would put the boots and gloves on and he would work on the car. Another guy would put the boots and gloves on and stand behind the guy working on the car so that if it grabbed him and started prying him,
He can
he could
yank him
take the
off.
hook and grab him and pull him off of it. That's how much voltage an electric battery
And
in
amperage.
a car
And amperage.
1,000 amp discharge.
And
And
The
this
capacitors
motherfucker's taking
in a
apart in his
Nero.
driveway.
The
We're
capacitor
not
pack in the front of a
joking.
Nero is capable of 1,000 amps of current, instantaneous.
we're not joking when we're saying that. Like, it's not like yeah, no, like
That's
that-
literally what they sent to
seriously.
the dealerships to work on those cars.
You could fucking completely cook yourself off that shit.
Oh, yeah, I know.
that was the wildest phone
Like,
call I've ever had.
well, also too, when
It's
when
horrifying.
when
It is.
Priuses first came out and Priuses were starting on the road, and the
Yeah.
first cars started getting wrecked, insurance adjusters that would go to look at the car that would normally have no problem cranking open a hood or getting into the dash to do inspections
Yeah.
deeper down into the car would just look at those and go, nope.
Well, that's what,
it's
we got the
great.
whole EV6 like emergency response guide too, like what to do in certain events and whatnot.
Well, it's one of those I saw the other day that more than I think it was like 5 times more than a regular either electric or gas powered car, hybrids, the way they explode has completely blown everything out
Oh, yeah.
every single thing.
Ha,
And
see what you did there.
yeah, blown out of proportion.
Should we tell them when we got the hybrid battery the one time? When the guy in the hazmat suit dropped it off in the crate, you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
But it's one of those.
And it said like if this thing goes off, clear the block. If this thing blows up, clear the block.
And that's what they were saying. When that light's on fire, it's done. Like there's no way of
Yeah,
you.
it ain't just a fire. The fumes will kill you.
Yeah, it's one of those like a fire department will come out and you just have to let it fucking burn.
Well,
Like,
you can't put it out.
Yeah.
You physically can't put out a fire.
with
If
the
that lithium, if a
yeah,
lithium battery,
if you put
goes
water onto
into
it,
a
oh my
cascade
god,
failure.
it's fucking
Yep.
even more.
well, if it goes into a cascade failure, what happens is one cell fails, it burns into the next cell, and it burns into the next cell, and the next cell, and on and on and on. And lithium fires cannot be extinguished.
Yep.
There is no chemical in the world that will put that
Dude,
out
you
because
can't
it is
do it.
a self-sustaining chemical reaction that is going on.
Yeah.
You can deprive it of oxygen and it will.
It
still
create
work.
it's an oxidizer. It creates its own
Exactly.
oxygen.
Well, that's like in the EV6 response guide thing. It says like if there is a fire in a standard electric whatever fire extinguisher will not extinguish the fire, then proceed to clear. I think it says like 400 square meters of the radius
Yes.
of where it's burning or something like that to
Oh.
evacuate it because there's nothing you can do.
Hey,
Well,
Well,
have you
that-
ever seen one burn?
oh,
Yeah, I have.
oh,
I've seen there's a guy on YouTube in like Russia or some shit who blew up a pretty good sized lithium
See,
battery.
I haven't ever seen like a car one burn.
I don't know if it was a car. It was
myself.
a good. It was like that big. And,
But
like,
we used to have fun
We
at the
got
RC
someone
track.
watching that
We
one
would
that-
puncture the lithium ion
What,
batteries
what,
for the
what?
RC cars.
There's somebody
Piss
watching?
out.
Stop. Yes. So Alan, who has the wonderful rally car, the Spooky
Yeah.
Empire rally car and all that.
The boobaroo.
Yes. And that's right-hand drive, and
Yeah.
him and his wife are watching. So
Hi, guys.
And the great thing is his first race, he fucking won.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Yes, he did.
like first place, and he is now the cover photo of the next race coming on.
And I've seen some of the footage, and that man can fucking whip a Subaru like Colin
Oh my
McRae.
god! Okay, so
He makes that car move around him. I found some shit on YouTube, and he was on there at the firm, and when I was watching him race, it was like he was in the car, and he was stationary, and the car moved around what he made it do.
So
He's one
Alan
of those
is
like,
wonderful.
super aggressive drivers.
Also,
Nice.
Also, his British fucking accent is like top notch, and then so you have
Got a little mini
like
crush
that
going
happening,
there.
then you have just fucking Alan's smooth voice, and you're like,
Yeah, you hear it?
I don't
Smooth
know
voice,
whether it be
simple.
hard for the car or fucking Alan's voice. I don't know. Something's happening.
You just have him read an
I don't
audiobook
know.
while he's driving.
It's
It was the
like-
best of times.
Exactly.
Wow, dude, you're kind of crushing on him. Sabrina's divorce, man. The
Damn,
divorce,
he's
the divorce
got a man
court hearing is
crush.
going to be epic.
I know.
You can ask every single person.
But
we
Judge,
know.
he has race car.
Alan's race car is fucking amazing. Okay, so it's fucking awesome. Also, I pushed, Christine, and I helped push that because, well, his race car, because no one else fucking went and wanted to push it, so you pushed it. So.
But yeah,
Yeah.
in the gist of the EV6 was though is that it does fucking move. It's pretty quick and it's
Oh,
fun to
more EV stuff. Read a couple of things about Teslas.
Oh God.
FSD, the full self-driving betas or whatever. Some of them are
Yeah,
being some of them are being pulled because they roll through stop signs,
if there was no
Did you see
traffic,
the one where they
and
almost
they're-
hit the fucking truck.
and they also have a tendency to just randomly just spike the brakes
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah.
So,
how
Look,
many years
okay.
ago did I call that spiking brakes randomly was going to happen?
here's the thing. Full self-driving, I mean, if you can get a car to do it safely, that's fine. My problem is right now is that they're using the owners
As beta testers,
and the rest of us
as, a
as the beta
guinea pig.
testers.
It's not like a video game saying, "Hey, this is in beta, guys. Play this video game that won't have any repercussions on your life,
Exactly.
and we'll know
They're
how it goes."
risking other people's lives for this beta test.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, if you owned a Tesla and you were one of the full self-driving beta testers, you're risking everyone around you.
Dude, we're
to
the
do this
fucking
beta
rabbits
test.
getting the chemicals thrown on us to make shampoo, bro.
Yeah.
I know.
That's so fucked
You know?
up.
I mean,
But,
like I said, I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that absolutely hate Elon Musk, and I mean, does have some supervillain vibes going on. Not gonna lie,
He is a supervillain.
does have some supervillain vibes going on. But I mean, I don't know the guy. I
Yeah.
can't say that I hate the guy. I've never
No.
met him. Whatever. I think what he's done with Tesla as a tech company that makes cars or whatever. I mean, compared to Preston Tucker, he's far more successful than Preston Tucker was. So I mean, yeah, he's fucking shot shit into space and made it land again. So that's pretty cool. The guy's done some pretty cool shit. I mean,
He did launch a car into space just because he could,
yeah,
we
and I
also,
respect that.
he also accidentally crashing a fucking rocket to the moon.
yeah,
That's happening next week.
yeah.
Also, I wanted to note for the EV6, the last thing is it's actually very rewarding to listen to those dual motors spool up.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna probably next week when I get back. I'll make them let me take it for a test
Yeah,
drive.
because I didn't realize if
Because I've driven the Mach-E,
yeah.
and I was reluctantly impressed by the Mach-E's
Well,
performance.
And let me
As
know.
far as, I mean, you step on the gas and the fucker goes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
let me-
I really want to drive one. I want to drive a Tesla.
And let me know too, like when you get back, whether it's an EV6 wind or wind all-wheel drive, because I didn't realize that the wind and the wind all-wheel drive I didn't even think, all-wheel drive 2 motors. The wind is more horsepower.
Yeah.
The all-wheel drive wind has more horsepower. And yeah, dude, when you stepped on that thing from a dead stop, it went. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, they have torque.
Woo!
Lots and lots of torque.
Gut kick to the kidneys.
And even I just kind of did in my car, I would do get up to 45, just a nice, not even half throttle go, and it's just starting to pull away, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Now that was that a full Group B, fucking pull? No.
Oh, I dead stopped in Mexico, turned on launch control, and launched that bitch, and spun all 4 tires. Yeah. And it went chirp! And then it went chirp 60. And I was like, whoa, okay. Whew.
So I gotta say, with Alan's car, he is #1 in the all-wheel drive turbo category,
That's awesome.
and you gotta think of the amount of cars that are in the all-wheel drive turbo category that go to the firm.
It's probably the biggest category.
He's first race, #1.
Number 1. That's fucking
All right.
amazing.
#1.
So this next one. This is beer to drink when it's hot outside. That is the name of this beer. It is from Westbrook Brewing Company out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
And Chris has graced us with a present.
And I
What's
brought this because this is an ultra refreshing lager brewed with flaked corn, key lime, and lightly dry hopped with motuka.
It's always fun to have beer from a different state.
The
Look,
the liquor store right by my house.
Now here's
Look
what
at
here's
the-
what I gotta ask that might make this even more awesomer. You got this today, right?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Well, yeah, awesomer. I was making
look at the lack of color.
Well, it's beer from a different state within 24 hours. Oh, it's
So-
pretty clear.
Wow.
Part of the reason I bought this beer
Dude, it smells like a bush.
is because it
No,
was
not
a
like bush beer, like a
Like
bush.
vagine?
No, it smells like a bush in my yard.
Oh, like a bush.
it does have kind of a planty scent to it.
Oh, dude, it does smell like you
Like
stuck.
that's the key lime.
It's like the bushes that are in the back corner that you can never fucking actually get to go away. They keep growing back, so you left them alone.
Yeah,
Now you
put
walk
the
over there,
piss on all
and
the
you're just
time.
walking by that area, and you take a breath, and you're like, oh, that's what that smells like.
So
Kinda, yeah.
part of the reason I got this beer is because it has key lime, and this man's favorite beer in the whole world has key lime in it.
Key Billy.
Key Billy.
Island Ale.
And
Key
my
Billy
absolute
Islandale.
favorite food is key lime pie. I am key lime
Exactly.
fucking crazy. And when you said corn, I was thinking if this is a proper cornstarchy flavor with
all I
the
thought
beer
about
with
when he
key
said
lime.
corn was
So it's very clear. It's a light, very pale color. Like that looks almost like lime juice.
Kind of does.
It's got like the haziness of juice in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
Dude,
got
this
a
is-
juicy
This
haze
almost looks
to
like
it.
a light IPA, right?
So I'm very intrigued as to how this is gonna go.
Mike's
Nice
Mike's
light
spitting
head.
Mike's spitting the whole thing.
Mike's having issues.
I didn't send it for the
Alright.
whole thing. I was leaving a little
All
room
right,
for
I got
clinkage.
the whole thing in there.
I know I can. I just do. I want.
I got it. Damn.
We have to
Fit it.
blink very gently.
This one, yeah, it won't fit in this glass.
Bottoms up. Wow, that's key lime.
Really, key lime.
Fuck.
Woo!
That's key lime. That's key lime. Is there
Dude.
beer in this?
It almost. It's like
Holy.
like biting into one.
Like they say
Ew.
that's beer, but I think that was just a can of key lime juice.
Hey,
And I like it.
Will said one Chris' whole body is there. Oh my God, Chris's whole body is there.
I like it.
I can fully understand why they say this is
Dude, that's like
ultra-refreshing
key lime.
lager brewed with key lime.
When they say that this is beer to drink when it is hot outside,
Holy
they weren't
shit.
lying.
What's the
Now,
ABV?
I will
4.5.
say
4.5.
there was right next to this can, there was another can of beer with the same company's logo on it that said beer to drink when it was cold outside.
This ain't cold, so.
And it wasn't cold out, so I was like, we have to get the beer when it's hot outside.
Very carbonated.
But damn, that's good.
For real.
Like that's really good. Like nice tartness.
Little carbonation going on there.
Little bit of
I
beer.
took too big of a
A
gulp.
lot of bit of tartness.
Definitely got the carbonation. It's definitely got some carbonation going on.
I like that.
Dude, I like it too.
I like that a lot.
The tartness, though, like the key lime flavor, that's fucking great.
That's fucking amazing.
No,
And it kinda makes
if
me
it was
wonder,
98
like,
degrees with
why does it
70%
smell more limey?
humidity, this would be amazing. Like sitting out on the sun, like just I'm hot. I need something to refresh
Fan
me.
with a fan.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what was the name of that IPA you brought us last time?
Yep, there's the
Shit,
carbonation.
I just threw it away.
Because I went back and looked because I did go and add it to the list, and all Dan called it was a douchey IPA, so that's what I have it listed as.
No. Shit. Cool something.
Which IPA? Which one?
Wait a minute, is it Divine Cool Kids?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's
Because
what
I thought that's what it was, so I took a picture of it. Okay, so now I can at least add it to the list properly.
That's something that really sucks though. So I've been to 3 like big liquor store areas, like liquor stores up there.
Yeah.
I have not found a single Irish red up there.
I think ABC Crystal River has some Red Right Return in stock.
Hold on
I'll
one second.
swing by on my way before I go home. I can't find any Irish reds. Like I might drive up to Ocala on Sunday and see if I can find some brew bus at Earth Fair.
You didn't even go up there. We got it here.
They got them down here. Oh, might have to grab a 6er or 10 6ers to take back.
There's
with me.
also Sabrina's favorite that whenever Sabrina finds brew bus, she gets it. With
You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah.
She gets it. So car shit. Okay. Car shit.
She said, I thought it was like 9:30 and you were just hanging out. I'm like, it's not even 9 yet, man. She said, you told me you were going to Culver's. You never called. Sorry. I'm like, I didn't forget about you. Don't worry. Oh, Jeebles.
Oh God, that's good.
Whew.
So other car stuff. What do we got here?
We're already at like almost the end of the show. We've been doing good though, and we should keep going a little longer because we do still have beer to drink.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember another car thing I wanted to talk about. It's fleeting right now, unfortunately.
Oh, the new U.S. Postal Trucks that,
Yeah,
There's
that's
gonna
what
be-
I wanted to talk about. I was just talking about it at work today.
as Jalopnik put it,
Thank
dog
you.
shit terrible.
Yep.
Ooh, really?
Between 6 to 8 miles per gallon.
Yep.
Ouch.
But do you
We were
know
just
what
talking
motor
about it
they have?
earlier.
They have a 2-liter EcoBoost, just like my Focus.
Well, yeah, it's gonna get bad gas mileage because it's a fucking 2-liter EcoBoost.
200 and
What kind of gas mileage do you get?
On what?
The Focus.
It doesn't start with a 2, I guarantee.
No, that's fine. I'm in the
No,
same.
It does.
Does it? Really?
So right now, my complete average that I have is 26.8 miles per gallon.
That's fucking impressive.
Now, when I'm getting on it, it drops down to 8.
Oh well, no. My overview average for my car is 17 point
Yeah, no,
something.
my overview average is 26.7.
Yeah, I get like
Now,
17
when
miles, and it
I
was
go,
50 something
like,
dollars to fill my car.
fuck you, motherfuckers! It's 8.
Oh yeah, I know. Your car black smokes like my car does. We roll
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
no,
one, it's one of those. Sabrina's car, full throttle. It's a little bit better than my car.
see like I when beating the
It's
shit
one
out
of
of
those to where I'm like, when a 400 and something horsepower V8 is making better gas mileage.
well,
than a
when I beat the shit out of
300 and
the
something
CX-5, I
horsepower
get 26
four-cylinder.
miles to the gallon, beating the shit out of the CX-5. But that thing, I can actually get it up to about 35 miles to the gallon, being nice to it
Oh
and
no!
going in eco mode
If
and
I
all that.
reset it and like actually do like its own thing on the highway, I can get like 36.
Okay,
I
what
hate
about?
you
All right,
guys.
so what about this?
Well, no, that's like what the thing, but otherwise it's I don't.
I need to get you another Castrol stool.
So
I
one time I
You left it
reset
at
my
fucking
mileage.
home.
I
Come
reset
on.
my average
don't have a
and,
Castrol stool.
and did a
at the house.
hell drive to Ocala.
Wait, but I have
And
it.
by the time I
It's
got
at work.
back, I looked down and I was averaging 8.3 miles to the gallon overall.
That's like my expedition days. That thing fucking did 8 miles a gallon.
On the way back and forth to work, Sabrina averages 4.3.
All right, so have you ever gone from completely full to like completely empty in one trip?
Yes.
Mine or
Yeah,
hers?
on yours.
Yes, and I at that point I think it was like 32.
Well, no. What I was gonna ask is, do you know how big your tank is? 12. It's probably like 12.5. Do you remember how many miles you got? My best I've done, my tank's at 12.5, and the best I've done is 285 miles, and that was going to Fort Myers and back in the same day, being nice actually, and not like going stupid retard driving, like trying to get good gas mileage. 280 miles is all I got.
Mine's not that because I go. "Wah, pa, 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 pa. Wah, pa, 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 pa. Wah, pa, 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 pa."
So yeah, I tried to do that with a V6 Mustang the other day, like one of the newer ones.
Even with her V6 Mustang, I would go. "Wah,
Well,
pa, pa, pa."
We stopped at the Walmart light down there in southern Mexico the other day, and he like looked over and he rolled his window down and he said, "Is that a Speed 3?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, cool, man." And I was like, "What do you got done to your car?" And he goes, "Oh, full bolt-ons." He says, I got an aftermarket throttle body, I got headers, full exhaust,
3.7?
tune. Oh yeah, 3.7. And I was like, "Dude, it's badass,
Which
man."
at that point, that should be about 350.
So we went to run it.
Oh, edge of range.
Throttle bodies are a waste.
No, you think about all that. You think about full bolt trucks. You think about headers.
Well, and he said it was a
all that
93
shit.
pump tune he had too. Like he had a good tune on it. And when we left the light together, we got around the corner before we hit it, and like I think he feels a little better than he did. I don't think he heard me too. Like, cause it was good. We both took off, and I had a hard time walking away from him. But it's because when I went to hit third, still haven't changed my motor mounts. So when I went to hit third, nothing was there for a second. And then it's like, come on. And he's pulling away. And then I hit third, and I went, yeah, back into it. And then I pulled around him. And he's like, "Oh, man, doing this." He's like, "I didn't think that was going to be that close. I thought I was going to completely have you." And I was like, "Well, I missed." And then he took off. And I was like, "I missed third." I need to do that. I have brand new motor mounts at the house.
You need to
Fucking
get that done.
solid mounts too, but
Well,
it's gonna be so vibrating. I got solid mounts, and I have my my boost control solenoid, my new one to put on too, so I can have boost by gear now, which would be really cool.
When Jason thought that he was hot shit, and it was literally me missing fourth, and he pulled past me, and I'm like, "Yes, you pulled past me. Well, I fucking beat you." I'm like, "Yeah,
Well, it's like-
well, you're a motherfucker."
You know Travis from Mobile One with the Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tried to run me multiple times, and
Well, that used to be Max Focus, but
what's
has,
done to it?
He has done a lot more.
Because it I
That has actually more done motor-wise than my car.
the yellow one. dude, that thing's slow. Like, seriously. Like,
Thank you for making my car feel slow.
no, your car feels like my car when I drive it, and I'm pretty sure your car and my car would be nuts to nuts. Like, he's tried running me multiple times, and
Suspension and tire.
See, you gotta remember, there's an important mod that both of your cars have done that this car might not have done.
Suspension-
Driver-
oh,
Loose nut behind the wheel.
Yes.
Driver mod.
mod.
Yes,
Right.
the driver mods are important.
No. Suspension and tire. Suspension and tire.
Those are
Ooh.
important, but a good driver overcomes the lack of
And my
suspension.
new sway bar links finally came off back order. I got adjustable sway bar links for the whole car, all the way around.
Suspension and tire.
Yeah, after fucking putting the coilovers on, the OEM sway bar links have already taken a shit.
Yeah.
Because like when I put everything back together, I had to take the like floor jack and jack my fucking sway bar up to get to where I could put everything back in, and they're already toasted. So I got adjustable ones, but they've been on back order for 2.5 months.
They're toasted.
Oh, look what I did! Sorry. Anyway, we're just rambling. Hi guys, we're still
Yeah,
live.
how's it going?
We're chilling.
We're still drinking.
This is
Yeah.
the show.
This is
I don't know if you guys know what you signed up to watch, but this is it.
Yeah, pretty much. This is what we would do without the camera. So
Yeah. Which was the point of the show in the first place.
I just feel accomplished enough because I put my coilovers on. Like I look at all the other shit I have, I'm like, I can do it later. The suspension was the worst thing.
Well, the only thing from keeping this as original as it could be was Sabrina in the background going, "What the fuck are y'all talking about?"
yeah, pretty much.
Seriously, it was one of those to where we would have us talking and just randomly going on, and just Sabrina going, "Are y'all talking about shit or what?" And, oh fuck, like, oh okay, yeah, no,
We're still here. We're still here.
yeah.
This was a good grab.
This was a very good grab.
Very happy. I might have to swing by that store and get another 6-pack of that.
Almost.
Damn.
No, you got it in. No, you got it in, Dan, but it almost didn't make it.
Oh, that was sanity.
Here's the thing, though.
You failed 3 times.
Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say this.
Who missed earlier?
Okay, now I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, but I will not throw any more tonight because I know I'll jinx it and fuck it up. So far, sitting out here with my fucked up elbow and arm throwing beers into the can, I have yet to miss. Which means I'm not going to throw any more tonight.
Right?
You need to play basketball then.
No.
Well, it might give you the perfect fucking like just like the perfect.
Well, I can't. I'm basically just going like, because I can't. That's it. That's all it's got. Doesn't do any more.
You got the forearm
Hey,
momentum.
hey,
though.
it's okay.
The wrist. It's all in the
came
wrist.
from The perfect fucking sun. So.
Only if I fucked a dwarf.
Well, you know, there was
There's
that one
no-
night at the strip club I don't think you told us about yet. And
Evidence is circumstantial at best.
I've heard crazy things about Ebor. So.
Circumstantial at best.
Okay, so can we go into Brewing?
And on that bombshell,
You want what? Bring a trailer now?
Yeah.
All right.
I have to bring it up. I didn't bring it up on my phone, but he has the pictures.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
Just throw that anywhere, Dan.
I put it right here.
Goddamn,
Don't do that.
No.
Yeah,
Don't drop.
No,
the
I
fucking-
try to
Oh
always
no,
get it to where
he did
everybody
it
can see.
last time.
I didn't drop the laptop. I've never dropped this laptop. Paige would fucking
No,
kill
he's
me.
the one that dropped the laptop.
Yeah.
I
We
paid.
are really fucking horrible.
Yeah, you really are.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
it's the Maserati, but not the Maserati.
And it's not even a Mazda.
It's a Datsun.
What?
Hey, y'all seen that, son?
Yeah.
What we have here is a
Wait,
19...
Sorry.
No, I know what you mean.
Oh, 19. Really?
What we have here,
Man.
what we have here is a 1977 Datsun 625 speed. It is located in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It has 96,000 miles shown, 2-liter inline 4 5-speed manual transmission, black vinyl upholstery, 14-inch steel wheels, spray-in bed liner, air conditioning,
Ooh.
AM/FM radio, 1977 purchaser documentation, manufacturer's literature, and it is a dealer.
Dang, that's fucking clean, dude.
So this 97 Datsun 620 is a single cab pickup that was first delivered to Minyard Datsun of Greenville, South
I hate
Carolina.
when people hit you with the fucking fuel filler neck pictures.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Well,
But
Dude,
how clean it is.
I know,
There
I
is-
know, but like it
seriously.
just hurts though. Like, ugh.
I pulled down 20 pictures. There's well over 100 pictures of this truck. There's a lot.
Nice bedline bed too.
So Greenville, South Carolina
look at
remained
it,
with the
Reese.
first owner until September 21, after which it was acquired by the selling dealer in November 2021. Finished in yellow over black vinyl, 2-liter,
Wow. So single owned all the way up to last year, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Look at
Vinyl
those
floor
jets.
mats, da-da-da-da. The truck was refinished in yellow under the previous ownership, and equipment includes quad headlights, chrome bumpers, dual side mirrors, and a spray-in bed liner.
There's an old dude who bought a brand new who loved it.
The seller reports that the finish shade varies between the doors and the rear quarter panels, and paint chips on the body and corrosion at the tailgate hinges can be seen in the gallery.
Okay.
Apparently, a paint correction and ceramic coating is said to have been performed in preparation for sale.
Oh wow, it's very, very nice, man. Even has a fucking Nissan OEM battery in it.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is... I mean, it's not like a restored truck, so it's not Concourse Winter, but that thing is
It's still fucking clean.
It's really, really clean, and it's I mean, it's pretty rad. I saw this one, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I dig it.
I do kind of like the janky engine. We painted the bolts and everything. Dude, that's
Well, that's a Rust-Oleum rebuild.
I know that's an LKQ special. Fucking rattle can, fucking silver paint on the whole fucking motor.
The carbureted 2-liter L20B inline 4 was factory rated for 97 horsepower.
Hell yeah, brother.
But I mean, you look at the underside of it. I mean, there's some surface rust on some things, and some things have been painted and taken care of. And yeah, the tailgate hinges have a little bit of rust bubbling up. And there's little bits here and there. There's no cancer in the car. There's a little bit of bubbling under the paint. There's a little bit of like sort of rust residue in the tailgate latches and that sort of thing. But overall, the truck is really, really clean.
Now, here's the real question before we guess price, and you can even fucking guess on this too. Do you think it's got 96,000 or 200 or 196,000?
Hard to say.
I think it's like 196,000 on it, and the guy did like a refresh on it.
I mean, it's hard to say. It just depends on how it was used.
I mean, it looks in great shape.
But that's the other thing too. I mean, you look at the seat, you look at the pedals, and you look at the steering
that's
wheel,
where I was looking. I was thinking it
and
might
you look
be
at
96.
and you look at the shifter, and you look at the knobs,
It looked
and
like 96,000.
that's the thing. I mean, you look at all the places that as anybody who sits in the car and drives it is actually going to touch, and
So
the wear
fucking
on those air
awesome.
items. It's just I think 96 is accurate.
My 96,000 miles, 196,000 miles, or is it 296,000?
It's not your car is probably not flipped the odometer, but it looks like it's flipped it 3 times. So your car is not the one to judge this truck by.
That's a
I-
fair, that's
and
a
I-
fair assessment. That really is a fair assessment.
And I love your
The amount of burnouts it fucking
Yeah.
does.
I,
It's got 100,000 miles just doing burnouts.
Yes.
I love your car, but it's kind of got a roadkill sort of shitbox vibe going on. So
It never.
It's got a clean shitbox vibe. Though,
It does.
'cause It is a clean car. It really is.
And that's all from me because it never did when I bought it. Jesus Christ! It
Um,
was the 96. It was the 97,000 mile on the odometer car.
I'm gonna go.
Since then, no, I'm a 300,000 mile car.
I'm gonna go a solid, possibly high 20 grand. No, I'm not sure if I'm high or not, but
What were you doing?
that was funny to say. Sorry. I think the price.
that's the first time you've ever said that out of context.
What were you doing, Dan?
20. Okay. What I'm thinking.
15.
I don't think the market's there for them.
I didn't think it was too, but then I thought used car market and bring a trailer tax.
But
So-
that car, that truck, there's not a huge following for them. Nobody's like.
I think there is for super crispy
Crazy.
clean ones, but not like.
But
That.
Yeah.
The last
the only thing that kills that is the rust on the tailgate latch or on the tailgate hinges.
Because that was pretty cancerous looking.
So 10 grand.
13.5.
I won.
I said 15.
I said 10.
Oh, yeah.
I won.
Price is Right rules. He won.
I actually won.
Motherfucker comes down from Georgia and fucking wins Bring a Trailer too.
Yeah, but he brought us this.
He did, and it's so good.
Fuck you. We love
It's
you.
like this.
Fuck you.
It's such a juicy, delicious
It is. Oh my
Victory.
God.
tartness.
Fucking
It's
With
very good.
with a side of
With
victory.
a little hint of victory. I love it.
But
Did
so
you-
yeah, honestly, I got to say the last time I've seen one of these little 620s in person was the white one from Ocala with the CA swap.
Yep.
That one was at Cars and Coffee a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what has been recently posted on Bring a Trailer?
No,
The Porsche?
which one?
I know, it's really hot on Porsches lately, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, the 959 Comfort.
really?
1,800 kilometer.
Oh yeah, well those cars are now 25 years old. You don't need show and display for them. This, you know what?
It's almost chilling at 2 mil right now.
You know, this actually poses. I actually have.
And the 959 is my favorite Porsche.
I actually have a question about, or kind of something that's kind of bopping up in my mind. So we saw the recent auctions of the two here in the States, the Midnight Purple 2 Nur editions that were here under show and display that
Yeah.
went for over $320,000.
Yeah.
In 2 years, those cars will no longer need show and display.
So is it going to go, or is it going to go,
I'm just saying,
how far will it hunker down?
I'm just saying, will those cars that are currently here and commanding prices because of the show and display exemption that they have,
Because that is kind of like I can't
I
have
think,
it, so want it kind of thing.
I think those cars are still going to go up. I mean, GTRs, any GTR is just
of
going to go
course.
up.
But I think it
But
might
I mean,
hinder it a
but
little
I'm just
bit.
saying, once 2 years from now, once the first R34s are legal under the 25-year exemption, will those high watermark show and display cars come down to kind of where other GTRs are at?
I think not maybe all the way down to that level, but I think might come down a little bit. And also, did you see the Integra Type R for 112 grand?
You know what? When I saw that car was in Connecticut, my first thought that was a Tommy Effiak car.
112 is what it went for.
112.
Integra Type
For
R.
an Integra.
9,000 mile Integra Type R.
In yellow.
For an Integra.
Somebody paid, Chris, someone paid $112,112 for an Integra Type R, Chris.
Yeah.
Will just said to tell
Oh,
Dan
I'm
to look
sorry.
at your laptop. I don't know what that means.
Whoa. It was tripping for a second there.
Is it? Are we still on? Are we still live?
Yeah.
Huh?
What's wrong with the laptop? Oh, it's flashing. Oh, it's because of the extension cord. I'm sorry. There. It was flashing for a second, the camera. I'm sorry, man. Why is it? Oh, there we go. I got it fixed. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yes.
But $112,112 for an Integra. For
Yeah.
an Acura Integra.
Yeah.
For an Acura Integra Type R.
Type R. Yeller. Canary yeller.
That I'm gonna be honest, that hurts my brain just a little bit.
How much can someone car for?
I don't know. Post it on Bring a Trailer and make up some obscure edition that it's not. You pay a photographer $200 to take pictures of it.
Technically, I'm the owner of this.
No, but how many miles are on it?
I got $36.
Fuck Brian wins.
Sorry, Brian. Slap it on the venture.
I don't know. I don't know. Can you take credit cards?
I can Venmo
Whoa,
you
whoa,
like
whoa, 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 whoa,
I can
whoa,
Venmo
hold on.
you like $200 right now.
That's a Jeep. That was a Jeep. Damn, we got all excited.
Dude, I saw a badass Jeep Comanche
Yeah,
XJ
Yeah?
on the way down here.
Fuck yeah,
Like
man.
lifted
I think I saw
35.
your low. I think I saw your lowered, slightly cambered one the other day.
Lifted on 35, snorkel, clean paint job. This thing was nice looking. I was like, damn, you don't see those every day.
He works at CTA Audio,
Okay.
and when I saw him, he was sideways on 19, and it has a bougie fucking brake in it,
Yeah.
and he drifts it.
Oh, speaking of car sightings, so two things.
It's an XJ Cherokee. This guy's got lowered, slammed camber kit, and he drifts.
I like it.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, is there
Two-door.
is there something going on with S2000s around here recently?
How do you mean?
Because the other day I saw 3.
Yeah.
A red one with a body kit, wing, and wheels and an exhaust. A super clean bone stock silver one. And then further up in traffic, I saw a black one, but I wasn't close enough to it to get a real read on its condition.
See, I know multiple
Hey,
people with
did you see
S2000s,
the-
but
Did you see the brown one yet?
No, I've not seen the brown
What,
one.
Doug's?
I've not seen
Doug's
the.
is sexy.
I've not seen the brown one.
It's like chocolate brown.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
Okay. if you
But
see that
but
brown
the one that we saw at Friday Thunder, the British guy that's got that super clean. Was that an AP1 or AP2? The yellow one that we saw.
AP2.
There's there's a British guy.
It's an AP2.
It's
not.
it's-
It's not AP1. It's an AP2.
It's a yellow AP2,
Bone
bone
shot.
fucking stock, super clean, and it's a British guy that owns it. I saw him up at Wendy's one day.
You want to have an AP1.
Well, I saw.
Yeah, but a yellow AP2 that's not a CR is a fucking
No,
unicorn.
it's-
An AP2 that's not a CR in yellow.
Explain CR. I'm not up on Honda.
CR is the one that has the spoiler and the lip and all that.
No,
shit.
doesn't have any of that.
No, but
That's
the,
fucking
but the
sick.
thing is the AP2 is the 2.3 versus
It doesn't rev as high.
yeah.
It's the F23 not- or not-
Yeah, the F23.
It's not the F20.
2.2 versus
Not the
the
F22.
2-liter.
Yeah.
You want to have the 2-liter because
And you know what I thought the
Oh,
coolest features of
shit.
S2000s were was the radio. Have you ever ridden or driven
No,
one?
they're
Um,
manual only, so obviously not.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, I think it might only be the technology package or whatever, but the
Yeah.
radio's hidden behind the
Oh.
dashboard.
When you come back to Florida and set your simulator up, I'm whipping these guys' ass again with
Yeah.
3 pedals.
And like the trim lines on the dashboard are so fine that it looks like a seamless dashboard. And then you press a button, and then the dashboard section folds out and sucks in, and then the radio comes out of the dashboard.
So like a Dodge Viper.
Yeah, it's cool as shit though. I like it.
Oh, I could only imagine having to repair that shit.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no thank you.
My nephew's his birth dad, his mom has an S2000, and that's the first time I got to drive one was when she bought it. He had it for a day, and he was like, "Dude, you want to do fucking rips in this?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, man!" And that one was one of them baby blue colored AP1s
Uh-huh.
with the blue top, 6-speed. That thing was fun. They used bone stock, and it made supreme VTEC noises, even bone stock.
Yeah, the red one that I saw had a hard top on it.
Ooh.
The silver one I saw was rolling top down, and the black one I saw had the soft top but up. But like I said, the black one was far enough in traffic that I couldn't get a real
Yeah, see, and
I couldn't get a real feel for condition or mods or anything like that.
Yeah,
But I just thought it was weird that
Yeah, see that many in the same
that I
period of
lit-
time.
Oh, and the other day, even more automotive inception, I saw a Maverick XLT 4x4, and then a minute later saw Santa Cruz. So I saw both
That is
of the new
inception
mini
right there.
trucks like one right after the other.
No, because I know of Joey's got the LS swapped S2000, Doug has got the brown S2000, and then I think the guy's name is Ken. I've only met him a few times. He has a white turbo S2000.
No,
That's the only three I know of
these were
around
none.
here,
These were none of
so.
those. These were all like
Yeah,
like I said. The red one was modded, and I saw it. I saw it coming off of it.
I
Made
used
it.
to
It
know a
turned.
guy
It
with a
turned.
red one, but I
It
don't
turned
know
off
the
of
guy.
Gobbler. It turned off of Gobbler onto 41 behind me. And like I said, it had wheels, a body kit, and a wing, and it had an exhaust cannon sticking out the back of it. But it wasn't like retard loud or anything. So it was definitely louder than stock, but it sounded really nice when he did get on it, and it especially when it came up on VTEC, it
Oh,
sounded really good.
I also had a Cayman guy give me a thumbs up.
What
neat.
color?
White with the Endless Summer license plate.
Okay, because one of our buddies has one that's a black one with like powder coated metallic bronze wheels.
It's
Les's
white.
car.
White.
Les got a Cayman,
Yeah,
a Cockster.
yeah, I've seen it.
It's cool.
This
I
one is
I haven't driven it obviously, but I did. We went for a rip on it down Ozello, and that nice little between mile markers, like just past mile marker 1 to mile marker 3, that nice section. That thing, supposedly, allegedly, mobs. through that section of road.
I bet
I mean,
it does.
absolutely mobs that section of road.
Speaking of the Maverick, by the way,
Oh, the
I
Maverick. I love those old
love
things.
the fact that the Maverick has basically taken the automotive press by storm. Everyone is talking about it. That is the hot ticket car of this year.
I built one out kind of to my spec, and basically for a turbo all-wheel drive version, it's basically the towing package, so turbo all-wheel drive, with just a couple of small add-on things. I think mine priced out to 28,000. One that I would buy for myself priced out at like
That's a hot
28,000.
car. That's a hot ticket right there.
I've seen quite a few.
A truck for 28 grand.
And honestly, it looks
look
more
good.
Ranger-ish than the
Then the
fucking
Ranger
Ranger.
does look more.
Although I'm gonna say, if I were buying a truck, I would buy the Ranger because I want the off-road capability. But it's a hot little truck, man. That Maverick is.
I don't know.
That is what the market demands.
I was next to a two-wheel drive extended cab, not a four-door, but a two-door extended cab Ranger in traffic today, just sort of like an XL.
They don't look right.
It was an XL. I just thought it sat too high, but then I started really, because it was a long traffic light, so I'm kind of looking at it. And I'm thinking, if you just took the wheel gap out of that thing
It'd be Ranger.
would actually look pretty fucking rad.
It'd be more of a Ranger than a Ranger.
Took out the wheel
perfect
gap and put a
package-
decent wheel on, and I think that thing would look
The
rad.
perfect package for the Ranger is the STX four-wheel drive. Because it comes with there's a special STX appearance package that you can get some custom wheels that come from the factory.
All
They
the
look awesome.
so far, every Ranger wheel I've seen is ugly.
So
Honestly, most of the Mustang wheels are ugly. The only factory OEM Mustang wheel that I actually like is the machined aluminum split 5-spoke, 19-inch. Those are the only ones that I actually like.
there has been a Maverick that has been going
Don't like 'em.
live.
You don't like them?
I don't like them.
I think that looks perfect.
Yeah, if they were actual
cool.
bead locks, I'd be down with it. But they're not actual
'Cause
bead
you
locks.
know what
I
that means,
understand.
right? It's an actual boomer that's got one.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi guys. We're still
So,
live.
any automotive weirdness that's happened your way up there?
No, it's pretty much the same. It's working for Kia, but Northern. That's all it is. It's SSDD, man. It's the same thing. I did experience a new problem I had never seen before, and it stumped me. It stumped me for a solid week. I didn't know that GDI pumps could leak into the engine oil and cause a rich running condition, but they can. So if you run into one with, it was a weird code I'd never seen before, and it was basically fuel trim beyond. What was it? It was fuel trim beyond.
All of it.
Oh, it was fuel trim something overrated beyond rich. It was a weird code.
So the real time fuel trims couldn't compensate for.
Hey, it was pulling 40% fuel trims out.
I would have never thought the fucking the seal inside there though.
Although I must say,
would
I do
never think
appreciate
that.
the use of your word stumped.
Huh?
I do appreciate the use of your word
It
stumped.
had me stumped.
By the way, that kind of reminds me. You ever see those cards around in the advertisement for stump grinding?
Uh-huh.
Never quite sure if I should feel offended or aroused.
And on that note, all right, I want to go get food.
All right,
Ladies and gentlemen,
catch you
have a
later.
good
Have a
night.
great night, guys.
See you in a couple weeks. We'll be back.
See you guys.